In this video, I'm going to cover the basics of derivatives of polynomials. By the end, you'll understand the key concepts and methods needed to work with derivatives. I'll even give you a secret that lets you calculate derivatives in seconds. Let's get started. The derivative of a function is basically a new function that tells us the slope of the original function. When we talk about the slope, we mean the steepness of the graph. If the derivative is positive, the function is going up, and if the derivative is negative, the function is going down. The derivative is often written as f prime of x or dy over dx, but we'll stick with the first notation for now. Let's look at an example. Here we have the function 2x and its derivative 2. We can see that the slope of the original function equals 2 with every value of x. Therefore, the derivative function is just a horizontal constant with a y value of 2. Let's now take a look at a more useful example, so you get the hang of it even more. Here we have the function x squared, and this is its derivative. When we look at the x value 1, we see that the derivative, or f prime of x, is equal to 2. This means that our original function is increasing with a slope of 2 at that point. We can check this with a tangent line that has a slope of 2, and we see that it touches the function perfectly at the point where x equals 1. This means that the slope of the function at x equals 1 also needs to equal 2. Therefore, if we have a function that isn't just a straight line like in the first example, but more curved like in this example, the slope of the tangent line at any point will equal the derivative of the function at that point. But wait, now that we know what a derivative is, how do we calculate the derivative of a function? This is where the definition of the derivative comes in. Like I just said, the slope of the tangent line at any point will equal the derivative of the function at that point. When you calculate the slope of a linear function, you just use this formula. It's the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And when we look at quadratic functions and functions of a greater power, we can also use this formula. So let's have a look at what happens. When we choose 2 points that are far away from each other, the slope isn't that accurate. So let's move them a bit closer to each other. The closer they get, the more accurate the slope becomes. Let's look at what happens when a and b are the same point. We get a question mark. That is because a and b are the same x value and the numerator becomes 0. That's not what we want. So mathematicians found a solution. Let's not look at the exact value of the slope, because then we get an error, but let's look at something really close. Let's look at the limit. More exactly, the limit when x approaches a of f of x minus f of a over x minus a. You can see this look a lot like this first method, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. A can be any number as long as it's part of the domain of the function. So let's look at our example. We have the function x squared. Let's say we want to know the derivative in the point where x equals 3. So by using our definition of the derivative, we can calculate the limit when x approaches 3 of f of x minus f of 3 over x minus 3. F of x equals x squared, and f of 3 equals 9. But wait, when x approaches 3, our limit would be undefined. What we do now is canceling a common factor in the numerator and denominator. The denominator can be rewritten as x minus 3 times x plus 3. And now we can see that we can cancel x minus 3 in the numerator and the denominator. We are left with x plus 3, and this is what we call the simplified function rule, or the simplified expression. Now we can calculate the limit, and the limit is 6. So the derivative of our function when x equals 3 is 6. But when you want to know multiple derivatives at once, you don't need to use the definition of the derivative multiple times. You could just do it once. By doing what I'm about to say, you're going to make the derivative function of a function. The trick is to never assign a value to a. Let's look at a new example for this. Let's say you want to make the derivative function of x cubed. By using the definition of the derivative, we get the limit when x approaches a of x cubed minus a cubed over x minus a. Again, when x approaches a, we get 0 over 0. So we cancel a common factor in the numerator and the denominator. Here the denominator can be rewritten as x minus a times x squared plus a times x plus a squared. Cancel x minus a, and we are left with x squared plus a times x plus a squared. When x approaches a, we get a squared 3 times. So this is our derivative function. We can just replace a with x, and we're done. We call this function f prime. So when we want to know the derivative of the function x cubed, when x equals 2, we can calculate f prime of 2, and we get 3 times 2 squared, which equals 12. This will work every time. Calculating the derivative function like this took a long time. Well, there's a much faster way to form the derivative function of a given function. When you have a term, for example 3x cubed, you can use this formula to find the derivative much faster. The formula is as follows. The derivative of x to the power of n is equal to n times x to the power of n minus 1. So when we have 3x cubed, the derivative would be 3 times 3x squared, which would equals 9x squared. This also works for polynomials too. Let's look at one last example. Let's say you want to find the derivative of x cubed plus 2x squared plus 4x plus 10. By using the formula we just learned on each term, we get this. X cubed becomes 3x squared. 2x squared becomes 4x. 4x becomes just 4, because we are left with x to the power of 0, which equals 1. And the derivative of 10 is just 0, because really 10 can be written as 10x to the power of 0, and when we take the derivative, we get 10 times 0 times x to the power of minus 1, which just equals 0. So we are left with 3x squared plus 4x plus 4. I hope this video helped you with understanding these basic concepts of derivatives. It would be greatly appreciated if you would like and subscribe to the channel. Bye.